Really good. And so now we're just going to create a little bit more sway from side to side. Get some swagger in your swing. And my toes are heavy. I'm on my forearms and I'm just pressing from one forearm to the next. Beautiful, guys. And this can be really playful or it can be really gentle. And if you want to have some fun with it, you can try an ollie. So you can try to touch your toes. Alley-oop. It's a little breakdancing move. Only do it if it makes you laugh. Okay, and then we're going to come back through center, start to slow it down. So we plant our feet on the ground, we lean back into it. So see if you can bring your feet to the center of the mat. And now when you press back, you'll get a little massage into the sit bones. So you're going to be really careful when you come up because it's really easy to get a red head rush here too. But you're going to keep pressing back, lift up through the center. Are you like I already got mine? So we bring our we bring our arms. Yeah, we bring our arms up and through the swing, and et voila, we landed. Back in our high diver. Beautiful, guys. Let's grab for the leg loops. We're going to lift our knees and just massage, kind of tractioning all the way back down. There you go. And I do this a couple times with my clients. It works well if you have pants on, so just do the best you can, Adrian, with that, otherwise it becomes exfoliating. But you can actually lift the hips and stretch the leg loops all the way up, and then lift the knees and let it slide all the way down. And so that will just start to break up all that congestion and all that fascia in the legs that happens. And so I massage the body a lot with the swing in my therapeutic practice. Oh, wow. Isn't that nice? When you get it, people are like, oh my God, that's like the best. But otherwise they're like, ow, I don't like it. It hurts. Like, yeah, well, it gets easier. It feels better with time, right? Okay, good. Really nice, guys. So if you're okay hanging for a little bit longer, let's actually do some floor work. And then I'm going to mix it up, okay? And this is where we're diverting from our training today. You're like, I already noticed that there's been some diversions, and once I go out on a tangent, it's it. Okay, so we're going to stay hooked at the knees. This is really fun, plus it's always good to reground. It's the only time we're going to lift our arms up, because if we lift our arms up, we're going to lose our anchor. But this time we're going to do it on purpose. Okay, so we're going to reach up as high as we can. I want you guys to promise to land gently. Okay, so you're going to let the swing boing. And then lower yourself down. There you go. Elevator down. And then let yourself land. Nice and gentle. See if you can do it. There you go. Oh la la. So it's almost, I know, like, I can feel you, Heather. Like, this is the great thing about having like a private workshop is you get to do whatever you want. So I'm like, all right, we're coming down. So we're going to just sway it out from side to side. Now, obviously, this is kind of intense, right, behind the knees. So I know you can always spread it out. If you can do it from here, see if you can just extend through the calf. I like the intensity, but there's always options. So just see if you can spread it out a little bit if you need to. It's a little tricky to do in the reclined position, but you can do it. And now I want you to just play in the space from side to side. You can clasp your hands behind your head. You can have your palms down by your hips. But just see what it's like to extend through one leg, pushing the hips up and then the other. Just have some fun, enjoying the groundedness in the upper body and the freedom in the lower body. So again, the reason why I like keeping it as a play practice is so we awaken our courageous inner child that's willing to explore instead of worrying about whether we're doing it right. You know, there's way too many ways to play to just have it be doing it right. Although, of course, we can give some instruction for alignment and for balance and symmetry. But otherwise, this is how it happens. I get in the swing and I roll around and then we call it a pose. Usually something funny. Okay, great. So we're just going to stay here and let ourselves find neutral. Since we are in the back bend version of the program, I am going to bring my hands clasped underneath me. Okay. I'm going to wiggle to get on top of my shoulders. And then we're going to come into a bridge. Alright, so I'm pushing my knees down towards the ground. If you can, lifting my chest. Chin slightly tucked in so the cervical spine is long. And I'm engaging through my arms. Does that feel good, everybody? You good? Beautiful. Okay, so then I'm going to exhale, lower my hips down. So this is going to be a little tricky. So you're going to straighten your legs and see if you can catch with your feet. They might just come bopping off, if that's okay, but see if you can flex your feet back and catch it. Really good, everybody did it. So now it's like a deep burrito, right? Our legs up the wall. Sometimes they will come off, but I find if I keep my feet flexed, yeah, you can also hold the ankles, that's really good. And you can stay on. So now we're going to do the same thing. See if you can press up, come into a big bridge. I'm on the arches of the feet, but you can actually bring them back down to the ankles too. Maybe. Nice. And if your back is happy, try swaying from side to side. See what your body wants to experience today. Just come back to your center when you're ready. If you want to keep your feet engaged, that's fine. You can probably relax them too without them sliding off. If they slide off, that's fine. Just come down to the ground as well. But we're going to do a little bit of a transition here. So I'm going to bring the leg loops into the hands. Just enjoying the groundedness after all that floating and flying. And of course we can do all of our core strengthening from here. If we wanted to do some sit-ups, you can go ahead and do some crunches, hands clasped behind the head. Just practice core strengthening from here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can transition and hold on to the leg loops with my hands. Really nice, guys. Alright, so why don't we go ahead and just bicycle, pedal it out. You can transition to wrist wrap or use the hands, whichever one you like. Usually I do wrist wrap so that my hands can kind of be relaxed. There you go. Good. You guys all did it. So now we're going to play a little bit. You don't have to. You can stay here if you want. But you can actually lean back and come into a plow pose, right? So if that's too much, just come forward. Okay. If you want to try balancing on the upper back, and bring the legs up over the head. So roll back and forth a few times. Come out of it if you need a break. Doesn't that feel amazing? I don't know if you guys normally do plow, but it's very challenging. And this allows you to go much deeper into the pose without straining the neck and shoulders. Okay. And for my super playful monkeys, we're going to actually roll all the way around. Yeah. Or you can just swing it out to the side like this. Yeah, you're like, and I'm around. There you go. Oh yeah, I made it. Yep. So let's try that one more time. So from this position, this is a big stretch. How are you doing that? Okay, come back up onto your knees, wiggle forward, and then just come into a gentle child's pose. Now you'll notice that your hands might need a break. You can always just hook the elbows and hang too. Whenever you need a break, just get creative with it. Okay? So from child's, we're going to do that one more time. So we're going to, swing the arms wide, inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, come back down. So you transition to hands there. Okay? Lift the chest, inhale, exhale, dive back in. Inhale, lift the chest, and stretch. Now this might be as far as you want to go for today with the shoulder stretch. And for us like super limber monkeys, then you just lean forward and come into the up dog. This is a big chest opener. But totally unnecessary, you can just stay here. Yeah. Lots of variations, right? We want to invite everybody to come and play. So if you make it too intense, then they're going to lose some monkeys along the way. Okay, so if you're in the full up dog, you pull, so bicep curl, pull yourself up, bring the arms wide, and then drop in for child's. If child's, if the hands need a break, just come into the marionette. Just let the elbows hang. Before you come forward again, slide into the wrist wrap, and then bring them overhead. So what you have to do is lift the chest to bring them overhead, and then here a drop, right? Yeah, just so the shoulders stay safe. There you go. Good guys. Okay, so stay here if you're happy, but if you want to do another flip, we're going to hold on, and we're going to tuck. So your chin has to come to your chest. You roll over, and then you land it. Whee! Just try it. It's way more fun. It's not hard. It's just scary. So come into your hands. Yeah, you're like, yeah, come into your hands. Come into the wrist wrap. Yeah, we'll do it together. So from our child's pose. So your arms are going to support you the whole time. You just lift up, lift your butt. Okay. Roll over. So tuck your chin. Tuck your chin. Yeah. Like that. Basically, yeah. So arms are straight. Lift your No one wants to do a face plant. It's a natural protective mechanism. Alright, so just release the leg loops for a minute and take a break. We're going to come back in. So about 10-15 more minutes of play and then a long shavasana in the swing. Just give you a little heads up. It's like, how much longer do we have? Good. I can read your question like that. Yeah, I'll go for it. Okay. So while we're waiting for you, we'll do a little bit more of the fun like breakdancing moves where, or relaxing on the floor and rolling around moves. I don't want to insult breakdancers everywhere. But we can actually come into some side twists, right? So we bring the legs wide and around, and then we change sides, right? So we just start to spin and twist, right? Then we can come all the way over and then spin around again. So we're just rolling around on the ground, basically. Nice. But it's really fun to have that lift in the body. It's almost like we're going to do a windmill, but we're only going to go halfway. Space. And of course, the arms are going to get tired of doing that. So when they need a break, nice, you just shake them out. Beautiful, guys. Yeah, that's it. Isn't that great? It's really good. So fun. So there's a lot of things you can do on the ground if you ever, you're in a class and you can obviously tell that people are starting to drop. And we're like, okay, we'll just come down and reground. It's no problem. And then what we're going to do to come out, we're going to hold on with our wrist wrap, and we're going to start to walk back. So we're on like a diagonal, and then we're going to do a little bit of TRX style. Just keep leaning back so you're on a diagonal. Lean back. Bend your knees. And then we pull up to come up. Yeah, and then exhale, come back down. Yeah, so it's almost like you're in a little parabola, little U shape. Good. Nice. So this is a really fun way to do some arm stretches as well. Okay, we're going to keep diverging from our basics and get a little bit of taste of how to do some flips. Not too much, just right. Okay, so we're going to come through some leg stretches to get there. So let's go ahead and find our handholds. If your hands ever need a break, you can just hold on to the swing and be really relaxed about it. Yeah. So the way that I usually do it to get it a little bit wider is I do that. Just kind of lasso it over. Nice. Yeah. Okay, good. So we're going to do some standing poses. Okay? We're going to try a little mini flips. Not everybody has to do the flip, but I'll show you how we can do a flip. It's really fun. at least a half lip. So unless your hands are tired, if your